Hey YouTube, good evening. What in the hell was that at Disneyland? Disneyland. People have told me more than once today. People have made comments in my comments on other subjects about this fight at Disneyland. Right? So I finally got around to seeing it. God damn, it was so disgusting. Now here we had this man who's, I don't know if he's been drinking or what, but he seems to be fighting everybody involved in this altercation. I mean, there were like 4 women assaulted, plus fighting the man, kids, buggies being pushed about, thrown about. They could have been right in the middle of danger. He just started swinging right in front of these kids. I'm going to post this video. I mean, I'm sure most of you have seen it, but for those who you haven't, pretty shocking. Now, I'm not a person that likes these damn YouTube fights, these people fighting people and filming it and all this kind of stuff. But this is something that need to be filmed. Because this, brother, I'm sorry, I don't know who you are, but your ass needs to go to jail. Anytime you can publicly beat women in the face in public, I mean, you can only imagine what goes on in this man's house. He's doing this right in front of his mama. Apparently his mother gets knocked down trying to break up these people fighting. And so they say his girlfriend is the one that caused her to fall. So he attacks, from what I can tell, his own girlfriend and begins beating her in her face and dragging her by her hair. And this is all around thousands of people around, right? And not one damn security guard has shown up. So this is a major failure for the security team at Disneyland. I don't know that you could even have a lawsuit to say that security was that lax. This dude could have killed somebody. It's horrible to think of what goes on in the household where he lives. He turned on his own woman. First, he seemed like he was fighting for his woman, because somebody hit her. Then he switches on beating the big girl up and switches to beating up his own girlfriend. I mean, seriously, punching her in the face like a man. And he just went around and just attacking people. It was horrible. People, this is something we very rarely talk about, the violence in the African American community. And it exists. It is a real, real thing. There are people like this in the earth. And it needs to be addressed. We never talk about it. Oh, no, the white man whips his kids too. We got to get over this, what the white men do, and start addressing the issues in our own communities. This man is a product of abuse. He would have to be. Him to carry on like that in front of his own mother, this is nothing new. They're saying that these people all knew each other. Perhaps they even came to this amusement park together. So this is 4th of July weekend. They spend hundreds of dollars to get in this place. And this is how they carry on. I mean, they have no respect for all these people standing around. I'm not saying, oh, you white people looking at you. Everybody's looking at you. And especially all these kids where this thing just broke out. He has no awareness of anything around him. This man is just beating up everybody. And primarily, he's beating up women. Anyway, that was certainly something to see. I don't know how this man going to get away. He might as well pack them a bag that same night that it happened and got the hell out of Dodge, because they should be coming for him. Now, you done got this damn videos to go viral. I watched about 6 of them, not because I wanted to see nobody fighting like that, but just because I wanted to try to get my facts straight. It was impossible to do because they were all seen to be hitting each other. Women fighting women, men fighting men, this man whipping women left and right, dragging them by their hair and their weave. I assume that a lot of this hair he's pulling on are either weaves or could be things tied into these women's head. And he's dragging them by these braids and stuff. Incredible. It's incredible. It's incredible that such a thing could happen. I mean, with a whole family. So they're saying that some of these people were his brother, his in-laws. So how do you sit down and have dinner with family members after you done sit up there and beat them in the face? I don't understand it. I don't understand how this thing started. But I will say one thing that was going perhaps go in this dude's favor. when he get to court, and he should get to court. Be honest, he should be in court. I mean, you can't just stand for something like that. He was openly beating women in the face on camera, going from one to the other. So people felt like, well, he getting a raw deal. You can't argue with that footage. But the one thing I see might help him is that big girl. They had a big girl with a big old ass there. I saw him, at least what we saw recorded, and I saw it in several of his videos. She spit in his face, and that's what set him off. She spit directly in his face, and he started swinging. So maybe the courts will take that into consideration, but that is absolutely, definitely assaults. That man could go to prison. He kept saying he was ready to go to jail. He's obviously no stranger to jail or no stranger to beating women. And I got to say this, though. The worst part of this thing, the worst part of it is there was no security nowhere. All these people, all the money that Disney pulls in. I mean, Disney is a huge company, one of America's hugest companies. They don't have proper security at Disneyland. This can go on for several minutes. The video clips that are being shown was 4 minutes and something, but that only means that's how long the person, whoever was filming it, how long they filmed it. A little over 4 minutes. But you would think with all of these people in this place, this condensed, and all these kids and all these families, they would have security there. Apparently they do pay security, but by the time they got there, they were just all exhausted from beating each other in the face. Anyway, that was the Disneyland experience at Disney World or Disneyland. Disneyland is different than Disney World. Yeah, I think Disney World is in Florida. This is obviously in Los Angeles. All right, people. I don't know what to say about it. Of course, is absolutely wrong to this person, and I think it's a much worse. The quickness with which that man switched on from the people he was fighting against, probably other family members, to switch on his own woman who he was just offending a second ago and start brutalizing her like that. That means that she is getting brutalized at home as well, and much worse than what we saw. If he does all that in front of witnesses, you can only imagine what he does in the privacy of their own house. It's disgusting. Anyway, it's my opinion. Good night, people.